We've survived the last 400 years. The worst treatment ever experienced by any people in the annals of history. And our survival is a testimony, not to any weakness. Our survival is a testimony to our inherent and God-given strength, built into the nature and the very DNA of our character as a black man and a black woman. That's who we are, brothers and sisters. Our strength means that despite our continued struggle for repair of the damage, and despite our striving for freedom, justice, and equality, and being confronted by the wicked forces of oppression, we have not become so bitter and twisted that we cannot recognize and embrace the good that is in other people or the good that is in ourselves. Brothers and sisters, as we stand here today, we should be extremely proud of ourselves and proud of our ancestors for paying a heavy, heavy, heavy price to allow us to be here today. Brothers and sisters, in the famous song of Sister Gloria Gaynor, she said, "I will survive." And I've got to say, as I conclude my remarks, that black people, African people, we are the most powerful people on this planet. Our enemy knows it, but unfortunately the vast majority of our people don't. We don't know who we are. And as a result of not knowing who we are, we don't do the things that other people take for granted. Yes. What other people take for granted is something called self-interest. They look out for themselves. There's a very famous song that says, God helps the child who has his own. And believe it or not, family, when we don't have our own, there ain't no help coming for us. Chinese people look out for Chinese people. Asian people look out for Asian people. Guess what? White people look out for white people. We are the only people who expect and think that somebody else is going to look out for us more than we look out for ourselves. It's not going to happen. We are in 2019. Next year, 2020. By next year, we should be shaking up the whole of the United Kingdom. But we cannot do that unless Rasta, Muslim, Christian, Pan-Africanist, socialists, even black atheists come together and decide once and for all that we recognize our family, despite the superficial labels. Let me show you how those superficial labels work. Because we got a lot of friends in the Rasta community. We got a lot of friends in the Pan-Africanist and socialist community. And what they say is, yeah man, the nation, like some of you think we're just security guards. We ain't just no security guards. We're black men and black women, brothers and sisters, fighting, struggling for the total liberation of the total black nation. And that's not no Muslim, that's all of us. But let me show you how we mess up every day. We say, yeah, I like the nation. But we say, yeah, I'm down with the Rasta man. But yeah, those are my Christian, black Christian brothers and sisters. But, well, as soon as you say the but, everything you said before is null and void. And the people listening to our talk, they know that there is a division there. And we can't encourage our people ever to come together when all they can hear is but. What we've got to do, brothers and sisters, is recognize that all of the hundreds of black men, women, and children who have been killed on these streets, killed in police custody, killed in mental institutions, killed and murdered for no reason other than the color of their skin, none of them were asked, are you Rasta? Are you Muslim? Are you Christian? Are you Pan-Africanist? They didn't care. The enemy looked at the least common denominator. And the least common denominator is the color of his skin. Whether you're light-skinned black or black makes no difference. You're black. And I'm saying, brothers and sisters, we have to learn a huge intelligence in a very quick time. And we've got to come together. Because when I see each and every one of you out there, there is no but in my language. I'm looking at my brother and I'm looking at my sister. No buts, no ifs, family. And when the enemy knows that we think about one another like that, you will see the enemy back up. Black men. Are there any black men here? Black men. We are challenging you in 2019, going into 2020. This is the question we're asking you. Will the real black man please stand up? That's the question. Will the real black man please stand up? We're looking for soldiers. I want you to hear me, brothers. We need a minimum of 1,000 fearless black men. Our young men are running wild and crazy in the streets. You know why? Because they can't see no men. Yep. No men. And by the way, black man, those young boys, the anger that they have is mostly directed at us. Yep. Because we haven't built no platform for them. Yep. And they are young people having to raise themselves in these wicked streets. And because they can't see no upright, righteous, powerful, strong black men united, then the drug dealer will do. The drug dealer will do. The knife man will do. The gunman will do. The agent who is a policeman or MI5 who is in the black community recruiting our young people to go and murder one another, they will do. Because we as black men, we are not doing what we're supposed to do. Black men, are there any black men here? Can I hear you, black man? The black woman is a very hurt and pained woman because she is spying the horizon looking for a man and she can't see one because we're in the bookie shop. We're in prison. Now we have a bent wrist. Now we're gay. This is real. Some of us, men in our 40s and 50s, with our trousers down and our backside out, not able to set any kind of example for the young men. Black men, there is no black woman. There is no black woman who is a real woman, who when she points to her man, she wants to point down. See him there? She don't want to do that. When she points to her man, she wants to incline her head upwards. See him there? That's my man up there. And right now, we are letting down this black woman. Some of us want to curse her because we see her now drifting towards the cave beast white man. The black woman, guess what though? The cave beast white man, oftentimes he's paying her rent. He's providing her wages. Because she works in corporate Britain. Because she got qualifications. Understand, brothers, as black men, we got to come together. Stop making excuses. It's time for black men to unite. It's time for black men to build an army, build soldiers, Be men so that other men will finally start to pay us some respect. We will never be respected as long as men we are timid. Some of us, we got 2 earrings. No, brother. We got two earrings. We're looking sweet now as men. I'm asking you, brothers, it's time for us to come together. Can we come together, brothers?
Yeah.
Are we going to be black men, brothers? Because some of you love to talk about the ancestors. But I want you to hear me well. The ancestors would be ashamed if they could see the way some of us are behaving. The ancestors fought, bled, and died when most of them didn't even have clothes to wear. Today, we have all of this modern technology. We have all of this at our disposal. We have every opportunity, brothers. We got no excuse. And stop using Muslim and Christian and Rasta as excuse. Start to feel your brother's spirit. Come together with your brother. Because the police, let me tell you something. When I went to negotiate with the police the other day, they said to me, we couldn't have that vehicle leading the march because it's against health and safety. They said we couldn't have that vehicle leading the march because it would infringe on the Anti-Terrorism Act. I said to the police, well, we are going to have our vehicle leading the march. They said, no, you can't do it. We said, yes, we can. They said, no, you can't. We said, yes, we will. It's not an argument. We are going to do it. We are going to do it. And as men, did you know, brothers, that you are the father of the white man? Do you know that when the white man, especially the intelligent white man, when he sees you, he sees daddy, and he knows that you are daddy? Did you know that we allowed the white man 6 days or 6,000 years to rule, and his time is up? Do you understand it's now the time of black people to rise to the top? And nobody's going to give us a seat at the table. We have to take it. Let me tell you something. I'm not going to be marching up and down here for another 6 years.
No.
This is my 6th year.
Yep.
But next year, when I march, I'm only marching because the March Committee agrees that in our proclamation, there is going to be an or else. When we say, I want you to hear me, because white people are talking about Brexit. Brexit. And there's a big argument going on now about whether they should stay in Europe or come out of Europe. Brexit. The country is divided down the middle. Let me tell you something. Whether they leave Europe or stay in Europe, black people will continue to catch hell.
Yep.
Brexit ain't got nothing to do with you. However, it is time that you and I proclaim Blacksit. 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 Hear me. I'm finishing now. I'm finishing because I'm going way over my time. But let me just say it like this to you, brothers and sisters. I know you think, oh, the white man, I'm one of the Windrush babies, by the way. I may have told you this last year. I've been here since 1967. Everywhere I go on the planet, I travel on a Jamaican passport. Okay? But let me tell you this. Some of us think, oh, the white man just wants to deport us. He wants us away from him. He hates us. He wants to get rid of us. No. Let me tell you something. If you told the white man tomorrow, I'm talking about if we told him en masse, we're leaving, you would see the white man crying and begging you to stay. We have got to call the white man's bluff. Blacksit. Yes. And Blacksit means if you don't deal with reparations, we are going to withdraw ourselves from all of your systems and bring your nation to its knees. There has to be a threat. Otherwise, the white man will never respond. We have to threaten him. He has to have a gun to his head before he will do anything. Metaphorical gun. just in case, because the agents, they'll have recorded that bit. Run to Scotland Yard. Yeah, Leo said, I'm going to shoot white people. And so, brothers and sisters, we're going to have a whole series of meetings in the coming months and year before the next year, and we're going to call you. And when we call you, we want you to come out because we want to have the big conversations about how we go forward as a people. We got to come together. We got to do what other people take for granted. Yes. In other words, we got to have community. Yes. We got to have some infrastructure. Yes. We got to finally get a building that we can call our own. Yes. We got to get a piece of land where we can start growing some clean food. Yes. This we can do. 300 billion pounds goes through the hands of black people every year in this country. But the pound stays 28 days in the Jewish community. Goes around 28 times. The pound stays 10 to 15 days in the Asian community. The pound stays with the white man almost indefinitely in that it's his currency. Guess how long the pound stays with us? 6 hours. 6 hours, not even 1 day. Every pound we earn, we put it straight back into a white man's hand, or an Asian hand, or somebody else's hand, not our own hand. Come on, family. Come on, family. It's time. It's time in 2019 for us to finally say enough is enough. Let's do something for ourselves. Let's do something for our women, black men. Let's do something for our children. Let's make our young men proud again. Let's show them some black men. And how we do that is just by showing some black love. Yeah. Can you love another black man with no funny stuff? Come on, man. Let's love one another, brothers. Let's be men. Let's be brothers together. Let's build a nation. Thank you for listening.